iRock Radio, the world headquarters of rock. It's Mike Karolyi in Studio 64 with our special guest, I Prevail. How are you guys?
Good. How you doing, man?
Doing well. Thank you for stopping by the world headquarters of rock, you know.
Of course.
Now, I understand you guys had a day off yesterday. And if it were me and I had a day off in Connecticut, I'd go to Manhattan. What did you guys do?
We actually did a pretty cool thing and went to ESPN yesterday.
Sweet.
Got a big tour of everything. Saw some personalities that we always see on TV. So a little starstruck, but you know, it was a good time.
Living in Connecticut, I almost tend to forget that ESPN is right here. It's like one town away, you know, but that is pretty cool. And all this time I've lived here, I only got to go there once. I got one tour there. You know who I went with?
Who?
The band Jackal. You know those guys?
Oh, yeah. I've heard of them.
Jesse James and all them?
Yeah.
He actually got me in, but we did the whole tour. Same thing, you know, did you sit behind the anchor desk and all that?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
We tried to sneak into Sports Center, but they were filming, so they're like, you can't go in there. But we got to go on the NFL set, which just looking around, so colorful, so many things. It was a pretty cool experience for all of us, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'm sure. So who were some of the like TV personalities that were there when you guys were there?
Well, we saw Adam Schefter, which I know Brian and I were just like, oh my God, there's Adam Schefter.
I saw Stephen A. Smith. Me and him made eye contact. He
Louis
didn't look too
Riddick,
happy
right?
when I looked at him, so I
Does he ever?
Yeah. It looked like he was doing like a podcast or something, so I'm like, all right, I'm just going to walk away from that guy. But
And actually, now that I think about it, there's a grocery store in my old hometown that, like, a few of those guys will, like, I'll run into him there, like Carl Ravitch. I'll see him in the milk section. Or something. It's just kind of like surreal to see him in real life, you know.
It's crazy too how many people are actually like work there. I mean,
Oh my God, there's thousands.
So much actually goes into you know all the different.
You know what's
programming.
funny is like they've got like a cafeteria and like their own little Starbucks and stuff in the plenty of them I'm sure. But like you walk into a normal like cafe or whatever, like Sports Center is almost always playing somewhere. You know, it's funny that they're playing Sports Center at the ESPN campus. Like you're like, oh, they're making that like 2 floors up.
Yeah. Right. Well, that's the worldwide leader in sports, and now you're at the world headquarters of rock.
Hell yeah.
It's all here in Connecticut.
It's everything you need.
So obviously you're doing this run right now, which is coming to an end. You know, you only got a few more shows. And I understand in the new year, one of the things that you guys will be doing is taking part in some of these big festivals in April and May and stuff. We're actually doing ticket giveaways for Welcome to Rockville in Jacksonville, Florida. So we'll see you guys down there. Cool. So give us the experience have you done these before? And what is it like for I Prevail to be playing like in front of, you know, a stadium full of people with like 50 other bands?
I mean, playing a festival is a pretty surreal feeling. You get out there and, I mean, you get excited for any show, but when you go out there and it's an outdoor venue and you see so many people, and they're just kind of looking up at you like, okay, we're here. We might not necessarily know who you are right away, but we're so open to it. There's so many people that are open to it. So you get excited for that atmosphere. We also get excited because you get to see other bands too. You get to, you know, talk with other artists, see what they're doing, you know, things that are working for them, things that aren't. So it's a really, really cool atmosphere to A, meet new fans, and then B, network with other bands.
You know, it's hard to stand out in a sea of bands like at a festival like that, but there's something about your songs that, no pun intended, they stick in your head. There is something about them, the way that you guys craft your songs, and we call them a hook in the industry, but the chorus really stays with you. I mean, obviously you're writing the song, so I would assume that's the intent, or does it just come naturally that that's just how you guys write?
I mean, yeah, we all like catchy music, you know, like we definitely have, you know, we all like heavy music too, but we definitely, you know, I know Brian's a big fan of pop music even, so it's something that just came naturally. We were all drawn to like choruses that are kind of infectious and stuff, so we work really hard to put that into our music, you know, and it definitely, I'd say it comes naturally, you know, like songwriting you don't want it to be too easy, you know, because you want to find that perfect balance between pushing yourself but not forcing it. So I think in our songwriting, we definitely, you know, we are a riff band for sure at times. But we also, you know, are a big chorus band.
Yeah, just
too.
trying to bring the best of both worlds, I guess, together, and doing it in a way that doesn't come off, you know, cheesy or, you know.
Yeah.
You guys seem to have benefited quite a lot from social media. You seem to be really good at it. Is it your age, or is it just something you figured out, or like, How has social media helped I
I
Prevail?
mean, I think our age has something to do with it. You know, growing up, you know, with Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, all these things kind of popped off right, you know, as I actually went into high school, and these guys are a little older than me, but I don't know, when was it, high school, college?
Get college.
Yeah, college.
I'll
yeah.
look over here. He gives me that grin. You know, like,
Yeah, I always got to take my shots when I can. But, you know, we really looked into that and said, you know, instead of going out right when we launched and playing a bunch of shows to, you know, 10 kids, you know, we can, you know, make these videos and tweet out to people and, you know, Instagram message people. So I think that really went a long way in connecting with fans, making that personal connection instead of trying to make a new fan at a show, you know, bring a fan you met online to a show. And I think that's a big reason why things have kind of popped off so quickly for us, just with, you know, our use of social media.
Anybody that's been in a band dreams of making it. But I think everybody's definition of that is different. What is your definition of making it? You guys will have made it when what happens?
I think as long as kids want to see us play music, I guess, and we can do it for a living, you know, I think that's like making it, you know, and that this is our full-time gig, you know, this is what we all do for a living. So to me, that's making it. I'm sure there's different levels of making it, you know,
Sure.
but to me, that's kind of like,
Yeah.
that's kind of the baseline of making it. So we'll keep doing it as long as they'll have us, you know, it's amazing. We're lucky to have the fans that we have.
What's the hardest thing about doing what you do?
I'd say just you know, you miss your family sometimes, and when you go home, you make up for lost time when you're on the road, and family's always like, "What's it like on the road?" And you're like, "No, I just want to spend time with you. You know, I don't want to talk
I
about
don't want
that."
to talk about that
Yeah.
stuff right now.
I'd say that's the only hard part for me. I
Yeah.
love my job. It's great.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Probably the toughest part is leaving family and friends and just being gone for so long, coming back, and like he said, they're all asking stories. You're like, I don't want to talk about band stuff right now. It's just let's hang out. So
And the road can be a love-hate thing for sure. I mean, like the 60 minutes you're on stage every night are amazing. That never goes away. That never changes. But you know, the day-to-day sometimes when you've been on the back, like we did a 100-day tour pretty much nonstop this year. So at the back end of that, you're definitely feeling the
wear and
the
tear.
wear of the road. But you know, the time you're on stage every night performing is amazing. It's surreal every night.
Definitely makes all of it worth it.
I'd like to get an answer from each of you on this one. Name the album or song that changed your life.
Man, I'd say mine's probably Blink-182's "Enema of the State." I remember growing up, I convinced my parents to let me have it. They didn't know what it was about or anything, and then it was just one of those bands that made you want to be in a band when you were a kid. So that one definitely influenced me.
I'd probably go with "Homesick" by A Day to Remember. That was just an album that really kind of got me into this genre, and you know, with the mixture of, you know, screaming and singing, I really thought they just had that perfect balance. I think, you know, that would be the album for me.
Yeah, for me it was either ADTR's next album, "What Separates Me from You," or Avenged Sevenfold, "City of Evil." It was like my first
First love.
love of heavy music.